My year without amenities, a teenage girl's worst nightmare. In the summer of 1977, when I was 14, my family moved from the suburbs of LA to Okinawa, Japan. My dad, an Air Force colonel, assured us we'd be on base in comfortable officers' housing. We weren't. For over a year, we stayed in housing off base. And to my teenage horror, we had no phone, no running water, and no air conditioning. But we did have bugs, large, creepy, flying cockroaches, gigantic spiders, bats as big as chihuahuas, and several varieties of poisonous snakes. That's me. Now, this was way back in the days before cell phones, computers, and Skyping, not to mention great hair products. And Okinawa is hot. Houston has nothing on this tiny island when it comes to suffocating humidity. I learned several lifelong lessons from this experience. I learned to really appreciate phone privileges. We would go on base once a day to use a public phone. But since overseas calls were outrageously expensive, I rarely got to talk to friends in the U.S. So I learned to appreciate letters and letter writing. I checked the mail every day. I learned to appreciate a great hair salon. Unfortunately, I never found one on Okinawa and had a perpetual bad hair day the entire 3 years there. I learned to appreciate clean, drinkable, bathable water because we didn't have clean, drinkable, bathable water. I learned to like iced tea. Did I mention this was back before bottled water was all the rage? This was, so we had to boil the stuff that came out of the tap and use it for cooking and cleaning ourselves. Since the stuff that came out of the tap only did so every few days, we had to store it in the tub, which meant we couldn't be in the tub ourselves, and therefore we had to take sponge baths. Not surprisingly, I learned to appreciate showers. When we finally did get on base housing a year later, I took long showers every day. Ultimately, I learned to appreciate things I would not have had we never lived on Okinawa, like the big geckos that lived on our walls. They ate the other bugs. I learned how to enjoy the little things. A trip to get the mail became a favorite part of the day. I learned to appreciate the view. Living next to the most awesome beaches. On a 2 by 50 mile island, there's beach everywhere. I learned to love sushi. Most importantly, I learned you don't have to have great hair to enjoy life.